In the early hours of January 21, 2025, a powerful 6.4 magnitude earthquake struck southern Taiwan, jolting the region awake. The tremors were felt across several cities, damaging buildings, roads, and causing widespread panic. As the shaking subsided, people scrambled to assess the damage, but the worst was yet to come. Just hours later, another tremor, this time a 4.8 magnitude, struck. The intensity of the second quake reignited fear, sending residents running back into the streets. In the aftermath, reports began flooding in from across the region. In Tainan's Nangxi district, a residential building collapsed under the quake's force. 6 people, including a baby, were trapped beneath the rubble. Rescue teams immediately sprang into action, working tirelessly through the night to save those trapped inside. The operation continued into the morning, and after hours of painstaking work, all 6 individuals were freed, miraculously unharmed. The damage didn't stop there. Roads were cracked, bridges were severely damaged, and power outages left thousands of people in the dark. The quake's aftermath left the entire region on edge, with aftershocks continuing to shake the ground. In the days that followed, multiple aftershocks hit, ranging from moderate to strong, leaving many to wonder, could something bigger be on the horizon? The science behind Taiwan's earthquakes. To understand the threat posed by these quakes, we need to delve into the science of earthquakes. Taiwan lies at the meeting point of 2 massive tectonic plates, the Eurasian Plate and the Philippine Sea Plate. These plates constantly move, exerting pressure on each other. As the pressure builds up over time, it eventually releases in the form of an earthquake. Taiwan is part of the Pacific Ring of Fire, an area known for frequent seismic activity. One of the most significant fault lines running through the island is the Chalungpu Fault, which has caused some of Taiwan's most destructive earthquakes. The most devastating was the 7.7 magnitude quake in 1999, which killed over 2,400 people and caused widespread damage. Since then, Taiwan has implemented stricter building codes and better emergency response systems, reducing the number of casualties in subsequent quakes. While Taiwan has made great strides in preparedness, the recent increase in seismic activity has left experts concerned. Could these small tremors be a warning sign of something more catastrophic? Scientists warn that smaller quakes can sometimes act as foreshocks, hinting at a larger earthquake that may be yet to come. But predicting the exact timing or magnitude of an earthquake remains nearly impossible. Real stories, life in the quake zone. For the people of Taiwan, these earthquakes are not just scientific data, they are real and terrifying events. Survivors recall the fear they felt as the earth shook beneath them. Many were jolted awake in the dead of night, disoriented and unsure of what to do. As buildings swayed and the ground trembled, people fled into the streets, seeking safety. One woman from Tainan recalled, "I was asleep when the quake hit. The whole building shook, and I didn't know what to do. Should I run outside? Should I stay inside?" The fear was overwhelming. For many, there was no time to think, just the instinct to get out of the building and into the open. Some even ran barefoot, terrified that their homes would collapse around them. Despite the panic, Taiwan's emergency response teams were quick to mobilize. In Tainan, rescue teams rushed to the site where a building had collapsed, trapping 6 people inside. Armed with nothing more than basic tools, they dug through the rubble for hours, working carefully to avoid further damaging the fragile structure. Thanks to their efforts, all 6 trapped individuals were rescued safely. The earthquake also caused widespread damage to infrastructure. Roads were cracked and blocked, making it difficult for emergency services to reach those in need. The Zhuhai Bridge, a key transportation route in southern Taiwan, was heavily damaged, forcing officials to shut it down for safety inspections. Train services were suspended as authorities checked for track damage, stranding thousands of commuters. How prepared is Taiwan? Taiwan has made significant strides in earthquake preparedness over the years. The 1999 quake served as a wake-up call for the government, leading to the implementation of stricter building codes, improved infrastructure, and enhanced emergency response systems. Modern buildings in Taiwan are designed to be earthquake-resistant, with special materials and engineering techniques that allow them to sway rather than collapse during a quake. In addition to stronger buildings, Taiwan has also developed an advanced early warning system. The system can provide people with a few seconds of warning before an earthquake hits, allowing them to take cover or evacuate. This early warning system has been credited with saving countless lives during previous seismic events. However, despite these advancements, there is still concern about how Taiwan would fare in the event of a major earthquake. While modern buildings are designed to withstand tremors, an earthquake of magnitude 7.5 or higher could still cause significant damage. The unpredictability of earthquakes means that even the most prepared cities can face catastrophic consequences when the ground shakes. Could a bigger disaster be coming? With the recent surge in seismic activity, many are wondering, could a much larger earthquake be on the horizon? Some seismologists believe that the current series of smaller quakes could be an indication that a bigger earthquake is building up. These quakes, known as foreshocks, have been observed before larger seismic events. Though it's important to note that not all small tremors are precursors to bigger ones. The 6.4 magnitude earthquake that struck Taiwan in January 2025 serves as a stark reminder of the island's vulnerability. If a 7.5 magnitude quake were to strike, the consequences could be devastating. Experts warn that Taiwan must remain vigilant and continue strengthening its earthquake preparedness systems. While predicting earthquakes is still an imperfect science, the recent uptick in tremors has caused significant concern. Residents and experts alike are keeping a close watch on the Chulungpu Fault, hoping that the recent increase in seismic activity doesn't signal the onset of a major disaster. What you can do to stay safe. If you live in a seismically active area like Taiwan, it's important to be prepared for the next earthquake. Here are some essential steps you can take to stay safe during an earthquake. 1. Drop, cover, and hold on. When an earthquake strikes, immediately get down to the ground. Take cover under a sturdy table or desk and hold on until the shaking stops. 2. Stay away from windows and heavy objects. Glass windows and heavy furniture can pose a danger during an earthquake. Stay clear of them to avoid injury. 3. Have an emergency kit. Make sure you have a kit with essential supplies such as water, non-perishable food, a flashlight, and first aid items. 4. Know your evacuation routes. Familiarize yourself with escape routes and meet-up points in case of an emergency. By following these simple steps, you can increase your chances of staying safe during an earthquake. In a region like Taiwan, where earthquakes are a constant threat, being prepared is crucial. Closing thoughts: the resilience of Taiwan. Despite the destruction and fear that accompany each quake, Taiwan's people remain remarkably resilient. In the face of disaster, they come together to help each other. Neighbors share food, water, and shelter, while volunteers assist in cleanup and rescue efforts. The government has also pledged to allocate emergency relief funds to help those affected by the recent quakes. As Taiwan continues to recover, one thing is clear: the spirit of the Taiwanese people is unshakable. They face each new earthquake with strength, unity, and determination, always rebuilding and improving in the aftermath of disaster. Though the threat of future quakes remains, Taiwan's ability to adapt and prepare ensures that it will continue to thrive in the face of nature's fury.